Testing, testing. One, two, three. I think we should be live here, chat. For today's also potential severe weather coverage and flash flooding is likely because guys, the storm predictions. Look at all these storms popping up in Jersey right now. Multiple rounds of some flash flooding is possible, and there's also a moderate risk of rainfall or flash flooding, which is over. If I could show you, which is almost basically a 40% chance. Moderate risk, at least 40% chance. 40% chance of some flash flooding, guys, today. So it is going to be a pretty big day. And this flash flooding goes all the way up to parts of Connecticut, parts of Rhode Island. So it is a pretty big deal today. There's also actually a tornado watch in effect. So let's get on the advanced radar and let's take a look at what could potentially be happening today. First, check up on the tornado warning in West Virginia. Wait, not West Virginia, my bad. Actually, guys, let's take a look at this tornado warning right now. I'm not really noting. I'm noting a little rotation couplet. I am noting a little rotation couplet here. But it isn't the most crazy rotation, but I think it's decent enough to be tornado one, and they just canceled it. So I guess the newest scan showed it kind of die out. So we got no more tornado warnings in effect now. I'm just saying it because there is a 2% tornado risk. I'm surprised at the tornado watch in a 2%, to be completely honest. Give me a minute, guys.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
Guys, I'm back. My bad. As you can see, though, look at these storms starting to pop up in Jersey. They could potentially be heading kind of towards the Staten Island area, but it could get missed by most of these storms. So we do have potential to get some other storms later, which we do have to watch out for the potential for some storms later. But I am noting these pop-ups. There's some isolated rotation. Hey, Grandma, there's some isolated rotation on some of these storms. That's why I'm going to take a look at them. We are taking a look at these storms, though, near Washington, D.C. there's not really some isolated rotation, more of a damaging wind threat for a majority of these storms. As you can see, there is some areas of 42 miles an hour winds and probably some 60 miles an hour winds embedded. 58, probably around that area. Because 58 miles an hour wind is sustained. Well, 58 miles an hour wind is enough for thunderstorm first. Wow. Severe thunderstorm warning. 58 miles an hour winds are greater. Severe thunderstorm warning. 80 is destructive. As you can see, though, I am noting, yeah, not really that much rotation. It's more of a damaging wind threat and flash flooding risk, to be honest. Those are the main risks today. But there is, like I said, there is a tornado watch today. So there is a tornado watch today, which we do gotta watch out. Let's see if I could go in. Oh, I exit out by accident. My bad, guys. Yep, there is a severe thunderstorm watch. There's actually a tornado watch, actually, guys. Tornado watch until 10 p.m. for southern Jersey, close to Baltimore. So we do gotta watch out for that. Could potentially be some potential tornadic storms. Let's take a look at the meso analysis, like the ingredients. Yeah, there's some areas of 2,500 Cape. So yeah, there is. I don't know about any. There's a little bit of a significant tornado parameter in parts of Delaware, parts of Virginia. So there is a threat for some potential tornadic storms. But as of now, there's not really that much going on. We just have to see what happens. Just have to see what happens, guys. Yeah, I'm not noting maybe a little bit some scattered bolts over. Yeah, I'm not really noting any real rotation on any of these storms. That is the good news, though, guys. We don't want any rotating storms because then those storms could potentially produce tornadoes. So we don't want that. Way better if these storms aren't a damaging wind threat. We're also just waiting for these storms because they are expected to mature a little bit. I am noting, see these isolated pop-ups that I am noting though, there is a threat
A
to
new
be
tornado
tornado.
warning has been issued.
Maryland. I don't know if it's for this storm. I think it's for. Ooh, that makes sense, chat. Let's take a look. Where's the closest to this? All right, so we are on the right radar. So I just wanted to make sure, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know in that chat because if you guys have questions like about a certain area.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
There's a destructive severe thunderstorm. That's interesting. But I mean, as you can see, yeah, there is some sort of isolated rotation. It's not very strong, to be honest, but it is there. You see your kind of greens moving towards your red moving away right as your turn act rotation. So it is there, we just have to kind of isolate it. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions. Yeah, I'm not really seeing that much of rotation, but it could tie it up any minute. Soon I might put this maybe to like an AFK radar loop, depends. A little bit of a flash flood warning though. Let's take a look at this. Oh, I am noting a little bit of some potential rotation here. East of New Brunswick. Oh yeah, this could be something we have to watch out for, potentially. If it tightens up, it could potentially get a tornado warning. Head towards near Manville and Millstone, so. Guys, quick potential watching out of Flemington for a potential tornado warning. There's a tornado warning in Mount Olive the other day, if you guys remember. There was also a tornado warning here
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
near Newton. There was a tornado warning near Newton earlier today. You guys want to take a look at like the models? Let's take a look at some of the models for today. Yeah.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There's a tornado warning Tennessee. I see. I am noting, someone's getting hit pretty hard at 11 p.m. So the flooding's not going to start as much till overnight tonight. It's more going to be an overnight event, honestly, for us in Staten Island. So we do have to watch out for that. As you can see, guys, let's take a look at 11 p.m. the past run. So look, it's different each run. So honestly, yeah, the models are having a little trouble on the green. You can see it is different each run. We just have to see where these heavy bands set up. I'm noting the rotation kind of stretching. You see your green's moving towards the green's moving towards the radar. Your reds are moving away. Right here's your tonic rotation. So there's a little bit of some rotation here. I am noting. Not very strong, but it is there, so we have to watch out. Thank you guys for 5 people watching. Especially the photographs near me. See if they look any curved. But I mean, I was noting some rotation here. I mean, yeah, they are a little curved, so that could be something to note in the future, but we'll see what happens. There's a little bit of a tornadic parameter, so it's probably not going to do anything. It's probably going to get choked out by some of these storms.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
Let's take a look at this tornado warning. Let's get an update on it. Yeah, I am noticing some rotation in near Churchville, so that's interesting. The storms are going to be heading into the Philadelphia general area later today. The storms are moving really slow. That's why there's a flash flooding risk.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
That's why there is a flash flooding risk tonight, guys. Guys, have any questions in the chat, let me know. There's not, I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet. There's not that much going on, to be honest.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
North Carolina. I'm going to check up on North Carolina. There's a good amount of tornadoes warnings. So I think we got about 3 active. I believe it's an extension potentially on this storm.
A new flash flood warning has been
1,
issued.
2. Yeah, we have to wait till that third one pops up. The notification severe thunderstorm warning for Saint Remy. So take a look at the severe thunderstorm for my family in Canada. I mean, that's a decent sized storm. Is it heading for them? Yeah, it is kind of curving towards them. So, and even, ooh, wait a minute, that has some isolated rotation heading towards the Saint Remy area. So that could be potentially interesting for my family in Canada, maybe potentially. Yeah, you see, guys, the breezeway towards your reds moving away. A little bit of a couplet right there. Hopefully that's not. Hopefully a big storm's not gonna head towards their area, but you might gotta be weather aware. I'll be up on it though. So if I go back and forth, that's the reason why. Let's head back into our general area. You know, I'm noticing some ice rotation. It's honestly isolated, which is the good news. So, like, as you can see, how's that area rotation doing? Died out. Look at that. You see that rotation earlier? Pretty much died out now, so that's the great news. It was a little couplet here earlier, but it did die out. That's the great news. It was a quick isolated. There's some isolated rotation in all of these
A new
storms,
flash
guys.
flood warning has been issued.
But we are noting these storms. I check one can every once in a while because my family is under that severe thunderstorm warning with some isolated rotation on these storms. So I mean, you can't rule out something possible. I mean, what did the prediction center say in Canada? Environment Canada. Alright, they didn't say there's a tornado risk, so that's good, but still a concern. Gonna have to wait and see. How are these storms doing? They're not really doing that. It's mainly a flash
New
flood risk. They
information,
lost.
this flash flood warning has been upgraded. Near Clinton, you guys need to watch out. I could potentially getting some of these showers maybe later. New tornado warning. New
Oh,
information, this tornado warning has been upgraded.
alright, we got a confirmed tornado now. Let's take a look. Right on the Tennessee border, I believe, near Newport. Hold on. Wait for the new data. Yep. Oh yeah, that's on the ground. Yep. That's 100% on the ground. All right. Tornado on the ground right now. Right on the border between North Carolina and Tennessee. Tornado on the ground. So take shelter if you live in Rocky Fort, Mars Hill. This is a confirmed tornado warning. So,
A new flash flood
confirmed
warning has
tornado
been
warning.
issued.
Moving, pretty much stalling out too. So, it's lightly picking up trees right now. That's a confirmed tornado. Follow that guy's a bot in the chat.
New information, this tornado warning has been
Has been
upgraded.
upgraded. Yep, so look at Mars Hill, you guys are under now a confirmed tornado right now. Confirmed here with a clear indicated CC drop. How fast is the storm moving? Thank you for 6 people watching. And see, I am noting these storms though. I mean, you gotta watch out because now as you see your green's moving towards your red's moving way right, here's your tornadic rotation. So I am watching out for these storms. Hey David. And watch out for these storms. Actually, yep, CC drops. This is a tornado on the ground right now. And you see your greens moving towards reds moving right here to an rotation. Hopefully it weakens soon. There is, in fact, a little bit of some rotation on some of these storms in potentially Canada. I am noting a little bit. It's heading straight for my family. So severe thunderstorm warning in St. Remy, Canada. So that is interesting. They had a isolated threat of thunderstorms as well today. It's not that strong rotation. Let's go back on the loop. Not strong, but I mean it is something. What if we check out the Canadian radar site? Are they showing something different? Canadian radar is showing a little bit more rotation, so there's a chance of some rotation. So who knows? Maybe I get a tornado warning. Maybe. Depends what's gonna happen, but as of now, I see it more of a just a normal severe thunderstorm warning. There's a good amount of Cape though, almost 1,000 Cape in Canada. Lapse rates are pretty good. David, I'm under a flash flooding risk today. Yeah, this thing's still on the ground. This thing's still on the ground, chat. Likely fanning out though the debris, so that is the good news. Looks like it's on a little bit of a weakening trend.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I believe is that an extension? Just issued a new tornado warning in Virginia. New tornado warning in Virginia, guys. Let's take a look. Should pop up any minute. Alright, take a look. Alright, I think we're on the closest radar. Yeah, not strong rotation. I understand why this is warned. I understand why this is warned. I understand why this is tornado warned. So, get in your safe spot if you live in Wilderness, if you live in Gold Vein, and if you live in 5 Mill Fork. Get in your safe spot. Lowest centermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows to protect yourself from this tornadic rotation as possible. And it does not look very strong, so that is the good news. Check up on these storms in Jersey. How are they doing? I don't know why I'm more tired today. Yeah, I don't see much rotation in Jersey. That is the good news. I'm gonna be focusing on Canada a little bit too, if you guys don't mind. Gonna be focusing on Canada as well a little. If you guys want to like the stream and get this information out to more people, we really appreciate it. Ooh, new severe thunders this morning. Let's take a look. And yeah, it's more of a damaging wind threat and a flooding risk. The main risk is flooding. Look, there was already earlier some flooding on some highways, so that is not good, chat. How are these storms doing in Canada? Ooh, that's an interesting area. Not be surprised there's a little bit of a hook potentially forming, so that will be interesting. You see a little bit of a notch in Canada heading towards St. Remy. Actually, look, I am noting though a little bit of a notch potential. A little bit of a notch potential on the storm near St. Remy, Canada. And I am noting a little bit of some rotation. I'm gonna double verify on this. Yeah. I mean, even on this Canadian radar site, it's still showing some potential. So I am gonna be monitoring this very closely because there was potentially two areas we have to watch out for. So let's get back on track. So let's get back on track towards these main storms. As you can see, if you guys support watching people, I really appreciate every single one of you. Sorry if I'm not as active because I'm not as much going on, but let's get back on this confirmed tornado warning. Just take a look at this confirmed tornado warning on the border. It's in North Carolina right now, guys. We haven't taken a look in a minute, and alright, it lifted. Good news. Tornado is no longer on the ground near Mars Hill and Bald Creek. Tornado is no longer on the ground. So that is great news. We do not have a tornado on the ground anymore. Could recycle though. So we do gotta watch out, guys. Because at any time, this storm could potentially recycle. So you gotta watch out. And I'm also tracking some of these storms in Canada as well. I'm kind of doing an international broadcast right now because there is actually a storm risk in Canada as well, chat. There is a storm risk in Canada as well. Alright, good news. Rotation week on the storm near Legum. I can't pronounce that, my bad. But in Virginia near Wilderness, you gotta watch out
A
for
new
these
tornado
storms.
warning has been issued.
New tornado warning, and we got 5 tornado warnings right now in Hartford. Where's that? Hartford, Maryland. So, all right. So, is it an extension? No, it's a separate storm. Taking a look. Let's take a look at this storm. These storms. And yep, I am noting some rotations here. Green's way towards red doing way right here is your tornadic rotation. So I am watching out.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got another tornado warning for, I believe these storms. It's more of a line, guys. Could you tell how these storms are kind of mainly forming a line, kind of more of a mesoscale convective system. That's why there's embedded up. There's only a 2% tornado risk, but I mean there is still a tornado watch in effect. And that is a new tornado warning for Oxford, Maryland. It should pop up
New
very
information.
soon.
This flash flood warning has been upgraded.
So I'm just waiting on these storms. I am watching. Oh yeah, this couplet is kind of strengthening. So get in a safe spot if you live in Elknick and if you live in Port Dispos and West. I can't level and yeah, and Grace, yeah, and Perrysville. I'm having trouble pronouncing these names today. My bad. I am just trying to see how it is. How are these storms doing? We're monitoring these storms. How are these storms in your Saint Remy? Mm, yeah, yeah, I am noting rotation here in Canada. So, I mean, if we read the severe thunderstorm, I don't think it says anything about a tornado possible. They don't do that in Canada. Oh, it can produce tornadoes, so it is the tornado possible tag, I believe so. And I would not be surprised if there's a tiny bit of a notch here. So that is a little concerning. There's a little bit of potential tornadic storm heading towards the St. Remy, Canada area. So this seems like it's going to be, I don't know, is it heading north? It might be heading just north. It might clip the city, but as of now, it's not a tornado. I'm just being precautious. Not even a tornado warning on this storm. So You guys are fine as of now, but we still do have to watch out because this still could be something. Heading back into Maryland right now. There is some decently sized rotation going to be approaching near Woodland, Webster, and Charleston. So I am noting these areas. You guys gotta take your proper precautions if you guys are under any of these warnings. And near Westchester, Pennsylvania, these storms are gonna be approaching Philadelphia within the next hour. So these storms are gonna be approaching Philadelphia within the next hour. Let's take a look at northern New Jersey. How are these storms doing? Ooh, some rotation kind of pointing near Richland 10. If this thing strengthens, this could be interesting. Also, how are these storms doing near White House Station? Yeah, not that much, but I mean, we still do gotta watch out near Milford. I am noting some could potentially get a flash flood warning soon. And these storms are strong though. Big
A new
line
flash
here,
flood
guys.
warning has been issued.
And I want to take a look at this tornado warning some near Oxford. I said this storm earlier had some rotation. Yep. Does it have some rotation? Greens will be towards red doing away. Right is your tornadic rotation. So a good amount, even some rotation here near Hillsborough. So I am noting these storms are pretty have a decently sized tornadic. Yeah, a lot of these storms are tornadic right now. So that is not good, guys. I would not be surprised if a good amount of these areas could potentially get a tornado warning soon. I'm noting this storm the most because it does have some rotation here. Look at that. Weakened a little, but I mean, it's still an area of rotation, a hook trying to form. So, you guys do have to watch out if you live in these areas. You gotta watch out. So, you guys think it's supposed to be a flood machine, but there is a tornadic event associated with this. So,
A new tornado warning has been issued.
new tornado warning for Maryland. I believe, where is this? It's gonna be around this area. It could be this storm or this one, because I didn't note both of these storms are getting more and more tornadic. So I'm just waiting to see which one it was on. Ooh, this could potentially be a water spout trying to form too. Oh, it's about to hit land. Yeah, this rotation, so they get a little bit of a blue. You know, greens and blues moving towards you, reds moving away. Right here's your tornadic rotation. So I am watching out for this storm. So it's an extension. How I don't got GR Earth anymore, so all these storms. Alright, continue this radar site. It's gonna be the best radar site for now, and let's see if this is word an extension. And yep, alright, 100%. This rotation is strengthening, and this is a pretty decent rotation. I hope this doesn't produce a tornado because it is some strong rotation. How's this storm doing near St. Remy? I mean, there is some ice, so it's just this is a decently sized supercell, so it is going to be interesting. I bet the cloud views are good since this is flat land. I bet this is going to be a. The spectrum wood is indicating some turbulence. It is not very strong though, which is the good news. But how are these Canadian radar sites doing? You know, Canadian radar just show a little bit more rotation, so there is a chance. I mean, this storm could potentially get a tornado warning. It's just we have to say if Environment Canada is going to do that. I don't think they will in the short term though. It is something to watch though. Even some rotation on the border as well. Do have to note these though. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You see, you graze it towards the red wing away, right? Here's your tornadic rotation. I just hope this doesn't produce a tornado eventually. Because it is some decent. Alright, good news. It's weak in the rotation. Still some rotation, but it is on the weakening trend. If we did get a tornado here, it would be like one of those kind of brief spin up tornado style. It would be kind of like a brief spin up style. It wouldn't be like a significant tornado, but it still would post up. Because near Oxford, I am watching out for some rotation as well. They did in fact tornado warn this, and the Hillsborough tornadic rotation kind of died out. That's great news. Does it have a tornado possible on it? Yep, tornado possible. All right, and yeah. They did have more rotation earlier, but it is kind of fanning out the rotation. So I'm noting a few areas of rotation. We're down to, I believe yep. So they canceled 2 tornado warnings now. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe we're down 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 tornado warnings right now. Let's take a look at this confirmed tornado though. I don't know if it's still on the ground. Last thing I checked, it wasn't. Last thing I checked, this tornado warning was not on the ground. And we just gotta see. I'm gonna see if it decided to recycle now. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't think this thing's on the ground, in my opinion, anymore. I do not think this storm is on the ground anymore, which is great news if that's the case, guys. Which is honestly great news if that's the case, if none of these storms are on the ground. But at National Weather still says on the ground, so treat it like it's on the ground near Mars Hill and Bald Creek. This is heading pretty much straight for you in Mars Hill, so take shelter immediately. Lowest centermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet with no windows, to protect yourself from the tornado as possible. Now it's more tornadic rotation, but back then it was more tornado. Let's go back on these storms near Maryland. Yeah, rotation starting to tighten up again near Xeon, near Providence, near Fair Hill. You see a graze moving towards the radar, your red's moving away from the radar. Right here is in fact your tornadic rotation. So we do have to note these storms. These storms are getting pretty strong. Big line, big mesoscale convective system. MCS also stands for mesoscale convective system, if you guys are wondering. Take a look at Canada. How's these storms are saying ramming? Yeah, rotation. It's isolated rotation. Do you mind? Do you guys mind? Let's take a look real quick. Your Burlington radar. See upstate New York. If there's any action. A little bit of an info notch on this storm, so I am watching out for the storm. It's looking interesting, but a lot of these storms are not tornadic, but I mean, we do have to look. NROD's even indicating some rotation here. So I just wonder if they might issue a tornado warning in the environment Canada, because there is some potential they could do that. Right now, it's just a severe thunderstorm warning. That's the good news. I should update this to radar indicator unless they got a new date. I just gotta double check. Just have to double check. Wait, this thing, I think this thing recycled. This thing's still on the ground. Yeah, this thing's still on the ground. It just recycled. Just recycle, guys. The storm is still on the ground. It's still got a little CC drop. I gotta wait a few more scans to double check, though. I don't know. I mean, I gotta wait till the newest scan. 1 minute till the newest scan. So let's see what happens. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you see the rotation. I just gotta double check. We have to wait a few more seconds. I mean, it's still looking like a pretty strong supercell, if you want me to be honest, guys. So I'm still monitoring these storms. 5 seconds. Let's see what's gonna happen. See, this still indicates a little bit of some tornadic debris, so yeah, I think it weakened. It might have went on the ground for like a second or two and now it's back. Mars Hill, you guys really gotta take shelter though, because this thing's easily potentially going to recycle. How's this tornado working? Yeah, this thing might get an extension. Could potentially get an extension. Yeah, there's some ice layer rotation, guys. So we'll see what happens. We're now down to 4 tornadoes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some were allowed to expire. And I think the rotation's starting a week on this one near Zion. So that is the great news. There's some ice layer rotation starting to form in
A new tornado
Jersey.
warning has been issued.
New tornado warning in Maryland. Alright. Near White Castle Beach. And yep, there is rotation, so I'm not surprised.
A new flash flood warning has been
Yeah,
issued.
rotation kind of died out. It's because all these storms are starting to congeal together in Canada. But some pretty heavy thunderstorms are going to be hitting St. Remy within the next minute or two. So, there's some rotation starting to form on this storm in Canada. So, I'm going to be noting these storms in Canada because they do look pretty severe, and that is some rotation here. You see your grays moving towards, the radar. Your reds moving away from the radar. Right here's your tornadic rotation.
A
So
new flash
we
flood
are
warning has
noting
been
these
issued.
storms. There's Saint Remy. My family's from Saint Remy, if you guys are wondering. Very small town. 10,000 people. Not very small, but it's a decently sized town. But we are starting to note that these storms are really starting to form a real pretty powerful line. If you guys want me to be honest. What about a flash flood warnings? Let's see. I believe it's still moderate risk of flash flooding. Yep, still a moderate risk of flash flooding. Look at that, guys. You guys are warning. Look, over the high is a 70, slight is 15, goes marginal, slight, moderate, high. It's a little different with severe weather outlooks because the severe weather outlooks it goes marginal, it goes general risk, but really marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, high. So it's a little different. How are the surface fronts right now? Cold front should move on through later. St. Remy's getting hit by these storms now. The rotation died out, so that is the great news. Pretty big storms St. Remy's getting hit by right now. I mean, there could be still some rotation. You gotta watch out, but I'll be monitoring these storms closely. How's our confirmed tornado warning doing? Thanks for the information, you're welcome. Yeah, I don't think this thing's still on the. Yeah, I don't think this thing's still on the ground, but I mean, National Worship still has it in the ground. So if you live in Mars, so lowest end was part of your building, particularly a bathroom or closet with no windows to protect yourself from the tornadic rotation as possible. So I am noting that these storms could potentially be tornadic, so you gotta watch out. That's why I am noting these storms. Just taking a look at Morris. Yeah, some isolated rotation near Pigeon Fork, Tennessee. So that could potentially get a tornado when you gradually towards the radar. Your red's moving away. Right here's your tornadic rotation. So I am watching out for these storms. How's SPC looking the next few days?
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning has been issued for Maryland. There's a 5% risk. That's tomorrow's risk. Are we under? I think we're under a break for a pattern a little. Alright, I am back, guys. Probably gonna stream a little bit more. Yeah, there's a break with severe weather for the next few days, a little. Stream. Guys, St. Remy Cat is getting hit hard by a pretty strong thunderstorm right now. Oh, yeah, guys, these two storms congealed into one. I want to take a look at, does this thing have, I don't think this thing got the product that I want. There's have some possible hail, though, so I am watching out for that. Oh, some isolated rotations forming on this storm near Bad Monster. Uh, so we do have to watch out for this. Tornado watch in effect until 10 p.m. Yeah, some isolated rotation on this. I don't really know why tornado warning, but better safe than sorry. Four people watching, thank you.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
Near Greensboro. Positive my 13. Ooh, that's a hook for me. This is gonna get tornado warning soon. Yep, rotation. This is probably going to get tornado warning soon. Yeah,
A
Peterton,
new flash flood
Chop
warning has
Tank,
been issued.
and Barber. You guys gotta watch out because I believe is this thing tornado possible? Yep, this thing is tornado possible. This thing might potentially get a tornado warning soon. Yep. Unfortunately, this purple is range folding.
A
This
new
thing's
tornado warning has been issued.
new tornado warning has been issued where? I believe that's for Chesterton. So we have a new tornado warning. Yeah, this is the free bot if you guys want. Yep, that is rotation. Going through a torch, rising away. Right there's your tornadic rotation. I'm watch I'm watching out for these storms.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Pennsylvania, hold on, guys. A lot is firing off. I'm used to having my other software. Yep. Oh, this thing for Philadelphia. This whole line is basically getting tornado warning again, guys. This isn't good. There's some isolated rotation within this whole line.
A new flash flood warning has been issued.
Yep, I am watching out for these storms, guys.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna end this stream now. Bye, guys. Thank you guys for watching.